From country netball to the AFLW big stage.
McDonald takes it from the clearance.
How a tap on the shoulder and a leap of faith set this cat on the path to football stardom, and how dogs are keeping her grounded. That's the flag this year, can't wait for that. Hello, welcome to Knockoffs, brought to you by Pepper Jack Wines. Richo here, and what a guest we have for you today. AFLW superstar from down the road at the Cattery in Geelong. It is Amy McDonald, 3 best and fairest, all Australian. Amy, thanks for driving up the highway today. Great to have you with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me down. Really looking forward to it.
Love it. I love what you've brought here. A little bit of dessert. Finally, you've got some dessert.
A mixed berry tart. Keep it nice and simple. Can't go wrong.
Beautiful. We're not in pre-season training yet, so we're allowed to get into a little bit of that.
Allowed a few treats.
It'll go well with the pepper jack over there. Amy, how are things? You know, you made it all the way through to the prelim final last year against Brizzy. It's hard to take, isn't it? You nearly get there. How's things in the wash-up?
Yeah, I mean, it's still obviously a bit of a sore point. The what-ifs, I guess, still linger around the club, but all in all, we're in a really good spot. Down at the Cats, we're really happy with, I guess, the list that we've retained and got a few new additions to it, and just looking forward to kick-starting this season. So
pre-season doesn't start till June. It's a big break, so what do you guys do? Do you get together for any training at all up until then?
Yeah, it is a big break. I guess it's good time for everyone to get their bodies right. There's nothing, I guess everything's optional, but quite a few of us girls are getting together, doing a bit of training, having a kick, and also trying out different styles of training, I guess. A few of us did some jiu-jitsu last week,
really?
A bit of boxing. So yeah, just having a bit of fun whilst, I guess, still trying to keep fit.
So do you think you can go one step further this year, the Cats?
I think we do. I think we've got a really good group together, and I guess we've had consistency now for the past few years through our coaching staff and our playing group, and I think we do have the right people to get the success that we want to have. So I think, there's nothing really stopping us now.
Tell us about your journey, because it's professional now, but it's been a little bit of a work in progress to get to this point. Now, how did you first get into AFLW footy?
Yeah, I guess playing netball, basketball. Growing up, footy was never even a thing.
Never on the radar?
No, didn't even know I could play it, I guess.
Yeah.
And so, I played at my local club, Redan, and my brother played footy there. I was netball, and they started a youth girls competition, which was under 18. And after the first week, they didn't have enough players, and if they didn't get players, they'd have to fold. So I was 12 or 13, not too sure exact age, and the coach was a family friend, and he said, can you just turn up, stand on the field and run wild, I guess. So,
and this is against 18-year-olds when you were 12 or 13.
Yeah, there was a fair mix, I guess, from 12 to 18. But there was quite a size difference, I guess, from us young, small girls to the bigger 18-year-olds.
How did you sort of learn how to play? Did you have a brother to follow? Did you have mentors that could sort of teach you the ropes, or was it all self-taught? Did you bring stuff from netball, basketball?
I think initially it was just more a bit of fun. Didn't really know what I was doing. I remember the first time I went for a tackle, I just jumped on and I got piggybacked about 20 metres because I did not know what I was doing. I guess the skills from netball and basketball probably do translate fair bit to the footy field, and just through a combination of giving anything a go and having a bit of fun with the girls along the way, I slowly developed an understanding for what footy was, and I loved watching the AFL men's at that point of time. I guess slowly picking it up over time, and it's probably why still a few of my skills and fundamentals are a little bit messy, because I've grown them a bit more organic than how most have.
Is kicking the biggest challenge? Yeah, because you don't start it right at junior level?
Yeah, I think kicking for me is the biggest challenge, and I'm left-handed, right-footed, and probably naturally teaching myself how to kick was quite messy, and not having, I guess, the skills that you learn at Auskick to learn this is how you kick, this is the technique. It's been a bit of a challenge, I guess, to get rid of old habits.
So you get to Geelong, it's not fully professional, so what sort of work did you have to do to combine it? Because I heard a little rumour that you may have been a dog groomer.
Yeah, I've had a few different careers along the way, I guess, in a short time period. I loved footy, and it was, obviously didn't get paid too much, but I loved doing it. So you had to make it work, and I worked across my footy career in real estate, into disability, and then ended up in dog grooming, which was purely, I loved dogs, and being a dog groomer, I could work my own hours.
Which is important, right?
Which was very important. I could, finish up early to get down to Geelong to get to training, and work, days off around game days. So it was a bit by chance to fit in with footy, and I loved dogs, so I thought I'd give it a go, and yeah, it was a lot of fun, something different.
I don't envy you with the dog grooming, because I was recently in the States and a mate of mine has got a Labradoodle, so they're meant to have curly hair.
Yep.
But this dog is must have been a unique one in the litter. His hair is long and flowing, so he's a Labradoodle with long flowing hair. He looks like Chewbacca when he runs along with the hair blowing back. We took him to wash him. It was tough. So what's the toughest dog to groom you ever did, and the easiest?
Yeah, I guess dog grooming is weirdly underestimated of how challenging it is. And it probably wasn't the toughest dog, it was more the owners.
Right.
If it came in and it was matted, then good luck. Your next hour is just frustration.
Yeah.
And then a lot of the owners, I guess, they cared more about their dogs' haircuts than they did their kids. So.
Right.
I guess a bit of stress involved there, but I liked any Maltese Shih Tzus or the Oodles, and smaller dogs. The bigger they got, the harder and more physically demanding, I guess they were.
Absolutely. Now, I believe you now work at the Geelong Footy Club. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I work in the community team down at the Cats. I'm really fortunate. I have a really nice area that I work in. So I work in the game development, the player appearance program, and the wish and experience opportunities down at the Cats. So since moving to Geelong nearly 2 years ago now, I didn't bring the dog grooming business down. It would have been a bit difficult, I guess, to set up a new clientele and a new spot to do it, but the Cats have been incredible, giving me a role down there and being really flexible, I guess, with how I need to fit that in. It's just 3 days a week, and I can fit that in across any day, any time, to really be able to focus on football, but at the same time have a really consistent role there as well.
I think one of the great things about being a pro sportsman is you can do some study as well. You do have downtime to study, something I regret not doing. Are you doing some study?
Yeah, I've actually started this year, so it's probably a combination of working in the community role and being in the elite athlete environment. It's probably made me realise that when my playing career ends, I love that elite environment and it's something I want to stay in. So I feel like a bit of the triangle of there's the playing career and the community role is athlete wellbeing. So I'm studying a course in elite athlete wellbeing management. So once my playing career ends, I can, I guess, open up that pathway. But whilst playing as well, what I'm learning currently is probably really beneficial for my playing career as well. So it's really interesting. It's
so important, isn't it, to get your mind right to play sport? And is that something that you think, you can really help other athletes with?
Yeah, definitely. I think being an athlete myself, and then also gaining the knowledge and insight around this course, I think it's probably underestimated the importance of the mental and physiological well-being and the impact that actually has as soon as you step on the field. So I'm still, I guess, in the deep dive learning about it at the moment, but I'm so interested in, the course itself is making me more and more interested in athlete wellbeing and the difference that, I hopefully will be able to have one day once I come outside of the playing.
Now, I don't know if this is the right word, so don't hold me to this, but are you a veteran now? Are you a veteran?
I mean, I don't feel like a veteran, but I guess it's...
You've won 3 BNFs, so you're sort of nearly a veteran?
I guess moving in there, I think it's nearly 6 years or something. They go quick, so I'm probably... not, I guess, one of the
So what I'm saying
ones.
is, I'll get myself into trouble there, is do you like mentoring the younger players? I've got 3 young daughters and I just think it's so good that they got role models now they can watch on AFLW and the girls coming through. Do you enjoy that?
Yeah, I do. I guess it's probably something, again, recently I've really found a passion in, and the recent school holidays, I actually did some school holiday clinics with Georgie Pressparkas. She's really passionate in the coaching, and I came along just to help out with it. And it's pretty incredible now to see young girls aspiring from such a young age. There's a pathway. If they want to be an AFLW player, they can be. If they want to be a ballerina, they can, like whatever they want to be.
The choice is there though,
Exactly, there's no barriers now, and it's pretty incredible to be a part of that.
The Geelong Footy Club, it's a successful program, always has been. What is it about the culture down at Geelong?
Yeah, I think that's something I've learned, is how strong the culture is down at Geelong, and I think it spans further than just the high performance area. I think from the very top, our CEO, Steve Hocking, he really drives that. And now that I work at the club as well, I've learnt the culture throughout the working organisation as well. And I think it's that connection between the top to the bottom and everything in between. Everyone's on the same page. Everyone wants success, and success for each area, I guess, looks a bit differently. Like membership want to hit a target, footballers want to get wins on the board, and everyone works together as a club, I guess, to hit that result.
I think the same page is the biggest thing. I don't think anyone's ever won a premiership without that, and the Cats always have that. What about the men's team? We've just seen the Joel Selwood stand opening up. They missed finals last year. Can they bounce back, the Cats?
Yeah, I definitely think they can bounce back. I think it's actually been pretty great for them this year to have that extra 4 weeks into pre-season, although missing finals completely isn't ideal. I think that's actually given them another opportunity, and a lot of the young players especially, like we saw how incredible Ollie Dempsey was in the weekend, and I think that is, they've had a longer pre-season, they've had more time to practice their skills, and yeah, not ideal to miss finals last year, but I think it's probably going to help them this year and hopefully into a deep finals campaign this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Now it's Gather Round this week, huge success last year. Should we have a Gather Round for the AFLW in the future?
I mean, I think it's definitely got merit. I think, an interesting conversation it'll raise, but I think we've seen the success of Gather Round last year, and hopefully I'm sure this week's going to be just as incredible. And I think particularly, I guess, in the States where AFLW might not be growing as fast or flourishing, that's probably a good opportunity to put it there. I'm sure Geelong would love to host it as well if anyone wants to come down the highway.
In there too,
but yeah, I think it's a great idea and definitely could have some huge success.
Yeah, I think it'll happen at some stage. Okay, we've got to ask a question here now, where it's all about food here today.
Yep.
Which teammate would you want cooking your dinner?
That one's quite easy, actually. Meg McDonald, our skipper, is incredible in the kitchen. We have a monthly dinner with Meg and Rach, and then I live with Pred. So the 4 of us have a monthly dinner, and Meg is an incredible chef. So, chef, I'll give her that accolade. I'd lock in Meg Mac every day of the week. Who
don't you want to go to dinner with?
No.
You've got to throw them under the bus here.
Going to stick with the McDonald theme, which is a bit funny. Abby McDonald. Ab, she is an incredible person, but her eating decisions and I think what she would whip up in the kitchen may be subpar. So, Ab, I'm sorry, but yeah, won't be having dinner at her house.
All right, Amy, thanks for joining us. You can take the pepper jack over to Meg's for dinner.
She'll love that. Thank you so much.
Good luck with the pre-season.
Thank you. Greatly appreciated. Thanks for having me on.
Well, that's it for another week. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you again next time on Knockoffs. That's actually good, that one.